Good morning. I'm going to go through a couple of quadratics just to remind you what we were doing prior to spring break. So what we see right here is a quadratic, f of x equals x plus 3 squared minus 4, and it is in vertex form. So the vertex is pretty easy to find. Remember, the vertex is hk, so our vertex is 3, negative 4. Or sorry, negative 3, negative 4, because we have a x minus a negative 3, in other words, and a minus 4. Our y-intercept, we're going to let x equal 0 and solve. So f of 0 is equal to 0 plus 3 squared minus 4, which turns out to be 5. So we have a y-intercept of 5. To find our x-intercept, we have to let y equal 0. So 0 equals x plus 3 squared minus 4. So we'll add 4 to both sides. Take the square root of both sides. And remember, the square root of 4, there's 2 of them, positive 2 and negative 2. And then to solve for x, we'll subtract 3. So we get two answers there. X is equal to 2 minus 3, or negative 1, and x is equal to negative 2 minus 3, or negative 5. So we have two x-intercepts at negative 1 and negative 5. Now, how about our domain and our range? Well, our domain is going to be all real numbers. So in interval notation, that's negative to positive infinity. And our range describes the bottom and the top of the graph. Well, the bottom of the graph is at negative 4. So what I have written there is not correct. That should say negative 4 to infinity. The equation of the axis is the pretend line that goes right through the vertex. So it's always going to be x equals h. So x equals negative 3. So there's an example of a quadratic in vertex form. Here's an example of a quadratic in standard form. So to find our vertex, we have to find negative b over 2a, and then our k value is f of h. So negative b over 2a would be 10 over 2, which is 5, and f of 5 is 4. So our vertex is at 5, negative 4. Our y-intercept, when we let x equal 0, is 21. So our y-intercept is at 0, 21. Our x-intercept, we let y equal 0 here. Well, since x squared minus 10x plus 21 factors, we set each factor equal to 0 and get x is 3 and x is 7. So we've got a y-intercept of 21, x-intercepts of 3 and 7. Our domain is the same as it was before, negative to positive infinity, and this time our range is, I think it's the same, from negative 4 to infinity. Our equation of the axis is still x equals h, so x equals 5 is our equation of the axis.